My name's Kurt. My name's Kurt. Hi. My name is what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady. Hi. My name is what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady. You know that? You know that guy? Of course you don't know who the real Slim Shady is. Little boy don't even know. Pour Molly on her champagne. She did know. She figured it out. I'm going to jail. I don't know what the fuck all is, so. Get you turned. So why don't they make codeine like shelf, like off the shelf? That should be funny though. We got too many loonies, bro. Too many loonies. One or the other. Pay bills or do drugs. I think. Dude, doesn't that seem so fucking lit? Yeah, he's probably hungry. It's like they're not gonna do shit, bro. Because they don't give a fuck. You know what to do? Just give them all a bunch of lobotomies. Just put up a sign saying free drugs here, and then strap them to a chair and give them a lobotomy, and send them out to the streets. That'd fucking work. Yeah. You know what'd be great is have them do like fucking shit labor that nobody else wants to do, and just pay them in drugs and food. Just the problem is they just won't do the work. They'll just complain. It's like, oh man, I can't, bro. I'm dying. And they'll be like, alright, here's your drugs. I'll be like, I'm spry. I'm ready to go. They get to work. So many bald people at the gym. There's a bald epidemic. Real deal. I think you're just a Nazi. think you're. Epitestosterone to testosterone level. Epitestosterone to testosterone level. Curtis. Heard. Heard. You know what's funny? Right after your brother left the disco last night, the same old joint. You know, after you left last night, Samo joined. Like, yeah, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes after, not long after. Yeah, I told him that too. I was like, that happened. Is it scary? Is it helpful? Yeah, I know you kids need that kind of advice, like to, set y'all on the right path. Guys, they're deporting immigrants with no discrimination. Did you see what Gavin Newsom said? Yeah, exactly. He said nothing. He said some lame shit, basically. He's such a coward. He's such a... He be pandering.
Oh, I saw you go.
I thought you would have been burnt to a crisp.
Brother, being too frank is rude. Why not join forces?
They're the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. The baddies who torment the residents around here.
We heard their hideout is stuffed with treasure. And it's a good time to liberate.
All you have to do is create a distraction. That's it.
So, you gonna do it? Smart choice.
We're no slap.
What'd you say?
I like it.
How are you pretty sure? Like, how do you not know for sure?
What do you think? Not bad, eh? How will you
Who called FWC Curtis? I mean, you gotta be careful with that shit. You don't know protected wildlife. Your dog's got the vaccine? Yeah. I don't know. Actually. Leprosy. That's a fake. That's fake, anyways. It's not even real. That's fake news. I'd be like blah 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 blah. I just imagine like feces. How did your dog even catch an armadillo? Must have snuck up on that nigga. Do you guys even see them in your backyards?
Whoa, hold up. It's been a while since I worked like that. I got 8. I wouldn't want to cramp this up. I'll take a breather here, then catch up later.
Really? Yep. Sounds about right, yep. It's crazy, you could tell from just looking at you. It's like, you look like a Nick addict. You know, I joined your Kahoot game. Yeah, I got one question right. C is a pan. I don't think she did, because she probably would have kicked me out, but I was just answering the question like fast as possible, and I put in green square every time. Yeah. 12 different Kahoots? Yeah, it makes sense, because it ended so fast. You don't want to seem like a nerd. They don't like nerds. They don't like Mr. Smarty Pants. Mr. Know-It-All. Okay, baby. Alright, shitty, baby. I be like, blah, 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 blah. For being Mr. Smarty Pants. Maybe. Isn't that crazy? But why don't you? Why not just go into construction? Yeah, why don't you just go into construction, sissy? Was that a meeting for like an expansion? Not an expansion, but you know, adding more parts to a landfill, basically. And there's some construction guys there, and the construction guys were there, and they talked exactly how you'd think they would. So like, yeah, exactly, pretty much just like that. They're all like fat, and they all look like they did not give a fuck about like 90% of the shit they were saying. One of the guys, the superintendent's like, yeah, I'm the superintendent. I've been the superintendent. And he just sat there with like a goofy face with like a super red. All of them had super red heads except for one of them.
That's right. Did you cheat? Are you cheating?
One of them like was the only one that was asking like questions consistently. Was the only one that wasn't like big and had like a red face. Like, you know, basically the only one that didn't look like an alcoholic. One of them had a hearing aid as well. They're funny though, yeah. And one of them talked like, one of the people that worked for the landfill talked like and kind of looked like John Goodman. I think that's his name. Yeah, this is John Goodman. Yeah, he talked and kind of looked like John Goodman. Just Google it.
It's as good a time as any to grant you this boon. Now, take your new key and say, give me some room. I can tell you're enjoying these times that we spar. I take leave of you now, but don't go too far.
Yeah. Yeah, he talked like and looked like him. But they're goofing around half the time, those guys, dude. When I was hearing them talk, I think like 80%, like majority of engineers, like the ones who work like in like the big projects, are just a bunch of goofballs that end up being smart. Because they say stupid jokes all the time. Or like while the meeting's happening, they look at each other and say something dumb. And they're talking about like stuff that's like projects are worth like millions of dollars. And it's been like this for like every single like meeting I've gone to with engineers, where this shit like it's serious, and then you just have dudes like sitting next to each other and saying dumb shit. Yeah. Really? That's so dumb. Did I? Perfect timing. Did she answer the question? She would have gotten pissed. I miss doing that shit. The closest I could get to is like just having like banter with my professor. And it's only this last professor I've had a few times, named Fred. Because he goes on like random tangents and says stupid shit, and he'll call me, or he'll talk to me for a few seconds, and then we'll go on about it for a little bit. Yeah, but that's it. 'Cause it's usually like a dumb reference that like most people don't like really know, and like I'm like giggling because I'm like, that's funny. He's like, that was a good one. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm cool with him. Dude, he's done that a few times where he would say something and he's looking around. He's like, "Come on, you guys don't get it." He's like, "Ah." I'm basically done. Like the last class I have is like barely like a class. It's basically a guaranteed pass unless I do zero work. But no matter what, by the time I graduate, I'm going to be in engineering training. The only way you'd be like a full-blown, like possible engineer by the time you graduate is if you, in Florida at least, in like other states you could become one like as soon as you graduate. When a Florida, yeah, kind of, yeah, you just have to get years. You have to do years, basically, to become like a full-blown professional engineer. That's like a whole exam and everything. But like the only way in Florida, straight out of graduation, is if you basically have had an internship for like 3 years of your college career and have a part-time job as an engineer as you're graduating. That'd be the only way. Not really. I've only had like an internship for 2 years now. Basically, I could do it. Yeah, but technically I can. No, they'll hire you as an engineer. It's just technically you're an engineer in training, like on a technicality. Because they still, like, all those firms do something different. Yeah, like to get the, like, legitimate engineer, like, license or, like, name, or, like, what you put on your resume, you have to take an exam for it. You can still call yourself an engineer or whatever, but you're not going to be no, like, professional engineer. That's different. It switches between whatever major you are, whatever department. Whatever yeah, they all have different shit. PE. Some people can, like civil and environmental, sometimes people take one of those PE exams, that's what they call them. Depending on which one they prefer. Like a civil could go take like a PE, like environmental PE if they're like mainly focused in like solid waste or like water treatment, shit like that. And an environmental. Mm. Of it, I mean, I think most people could become like I've met a bunch of goofball engineers. Like they're smart, but a lot of it is just because of it's almost like ingrained in their head because they've seen so much shit, and they're usually referring to the same exact stuff over and over and over. Basically, like the stuff that they deal with, like the rules and shit. Like it seems like a lot when you're entering, but in reality, like these motherfuckers just been looking at that shit forever. Honestly, I think you would have done good as an engineer if you went into that shit. I feel like that's... I think that suits your shit. Who to find an eater? I was just like... There's some people just got like that kind of brain for it, I think. Like civil at least. I think civil or mechanical you'd have been good, but civil is like the most like normal dudes. Like civil is like the dude bros kind of engineers. Like the ones I've met. Like you'd be surprised that a lot of them are civil engineers. I knew it was that shit.
I thought there were no more survivors. I do love a bit of Are you? I can't... If it's fake...
Fucking nerd. Dude, some professors... Dude, my calculus 1 professor is so ass. It's some fucking crazy bald guy. Made that shit so annoying. In my nose, bro. Fuck, oh my.
The bosses were caught.
Yeah. Fuck Cobra, bruh. But how much you're losing weight? I prioritize one or the other. I prioritize one or the other.
Looking good. Who'd have thought we'd make it this far? You've got all kinds of skills. Hey, everything went smooth as silk. And you know me.
Sure, but I gotta ask. You really gonna take on the Black Rabbit?
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
That show is funny, bro. What's your name, Gary? That's good.
Things were fighting fair. Survived.
Oh my god, this nigga's so annoying, bro. Holy shit.
You're a sweeper.
So this is Geppetto's puppet, huh? Following me. This puppet's crazy!
Damn you. You'll pay for that.
Blockbuster.
I'm not, again, I'm not bad. I was off today too. But it is a nice rainy day, so if you caught it because of the rain, that's okay. We want you safe.
Rah. Time to ball out. Time to ball out. See, I'm balling usual like Kobe. Where I hear, don't know me. Page the puppet. Page the puppet.
Hey, check this out. Looks like you, sorta. From a certain angle. No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks exactly like you. I mean, you see it, right? With the nose and the... right?
You have no idea how happy I am to see you, Mr. Stalker. Hello. I'll get straight to the point. I found the gold, but there's a problem. When I couldn't even get close. It actually burned me. Pathetic, yeah. So close, yet so far. I heard the alchemists made a device. I ignored it, assuming it was just a legend. You hear all sorts of interact with the Saintess statue at the Grand Exhibition. You might be able to use the other powers of the gold coin. I might look urbane. I heard about a vendor. Stalker.
Justice for Felipe. How about the rides they had? And the fact that an illegal immigrant has been charged for attempted murder because he threw a Molotov cocktail at a police officer. What are the chances? That an illegal immigrant is charged with attempted murder for riots or protests against the ICE raids.
I never expected to see the...
Stalker.
Time to activate that P organ. 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 Bro, I only got one quartz, bro. What the fuck did this shit, nigga? Bro, I only got one quartz, bro. What the fuck this shit, nigga?
You're back, but with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood out of the... And why not strike at the root of the problem? The King of Puppets lair. Go to Antonia and get the key to Rosa. I always remember these favors you... This portrait. I remember it fondly. I thought it was lost forever. I had no idea the Black Rabbit Brotherhood had stolen it. To think that you... Forgive a foolish old man his memories. Memories of a happier time, my son. I know just where to hang it in the hotel. The city of... Ask me any question.
Hurry up. Rosa Isabel Street is ever so dangerous, I'm told. I hoped we wouldn't have to unlock the passage there. Geppetto and I care about you very much. I feel like my times. However, it's enough. If you came from Naive, I heard the Krat disaster caused the out. Many people died. I stopped cooperating with the alchemists. Protecting the hotel was too important. I seem to have no idea of black. The hotel is Krat's last place of refuge. I am obligated. I'm going to protect you and the people inside until the day I die. Could have no idea, so thanks for keeping me.
A great weapon calls for a great...
Damn, it's 11:30 already.
At the house of a...
I don't know.
I know my way around.
I know my way around a weapon. 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 You're a Nazi.
I know my way around.
Welcome to Hotel.
I'll use my power.
Yeah.
your eyes call to me.
This song's so good. This chat. You don't know this song? I think you do. It's from Black Myth Wukong, the monkey game I played last year. And the song will play after you finish a chapter and have this cool ass giant drawing. I want to go to China, bro. I gotta see it for myself. I don't know, bro. I think they're gonna try to keep me there. They'll be like, this real ass nigga can't go back to America. We gotta keep him here and set things straight. Fix the gene pool. I think they already did it, and I think you're Exhibit A. You're Exhibit A. Garrett's Exhibit B. Isn't it crazy that they're saying that the Chinese made a virus is more racist than saying that they were eating fucking bats and other filthy animals? Like, think about it. They were saying that the Chinese made a virus in a lab was considered more racist than saying that the Chinese were eating bats and other filthy animals in the streets. Back in the day, when people were saying that the Chinese made the COVID virus in a lab, they were calling it racist. But they weren't calling it racist to say that the virus came from people eating filthy animals in the streets. But the fucking story they came out with was that they're eating fucking bats and other filthy animals, like. But that was like the legit thing they were running with for a bit. But then they're saying if you said they made it in a lab, that was like racist or whatever.
Rosa Isabel Street, the entertainment district. You might call it extravagant. Operas,
I'm gonna forget this.
Street concerts, all running 24/7. Adelina Corday, the singer in the red dress. Oh, she was the most famous of them all.
Quote unquote,
the legendary
escaped the lab.
prima donna.
I won't forget, bro, when Gabe was in this, it was me, Gabe, and Marco in a Discord call. Still during the COVID times, like, we weren't, like, going out that much. I don't know if we're still in high school or, like, first, like, semester of college, but Gabe random's like, bro, we gotta check this out, it's breaking news. It's some Chinese girl on Fox News talking about that the COVID virus came from a lab. Like it was only like a few months into the outbreak. She's like, "This is very serious. The virus came from a lab. They made in Wuhan laboratory." Like she had like the full blown like Chinese accent. And she's like, "I'm in grave danger for releasing this news." And they're like, "Oh, I hope you stay safe. So you're telling us it came from a lab?" She's like, "Yes, for sure. It came from a lab in Wuhan, China. They made it themselves. Genetically modified virus." And it's like, wow. I remember me and Gabe were like, "Wow, this is insane." And me and Marco and Gabe were like, "This is insane. Like, they actually came from the lab." And then the video has like no views. And then you just never hear anything from it again. You just had this random Chinese lady that's supposed to be like a whistleblower talking about that the virus came from a lab, and they don't follow up on it. And then like nobody talked about it. It was like the craziest thing. It just didn't go anywhere. I was like, what the hell's going on? It's so confusing. But turns out she was right. You know I haven't died yet in Liza P. And I'm at the area where you fight the king of the puppets. I'm at like 6.5 hours and I'm like halfway through the game-ish. Yeah. Nah, it's definitely added on to the fact. Because the way the game ends, it's like it's either hinting at a sequel or DLC, the game's ending. Because I don't know if you ever plan on going back to it, but yeah, the game's ending is pretty interesting. Yeah. I'm not gay no more. I love women. That's such a funny skit. No Nikki. No Nikki. Garrett talking to himself again. The fuck is that? When an alien resides in your land, you must not oppress him. You will regard the alien who resides with you as a native born among you. You are to love him as yourself. You were aliens in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord, your God. Okay. I don't know, man. This whole riots and shit. And these motherfuckers tripping out about ICE. Dude, it's so crazy that the way they just lie on the news. Well, not on the news, but you know, the media. They're still doing it. Like, it's crazy that they're getting people all riled up over basically nothing. Because if the things that they're accusing the Trump administration of doing actually has not happened yet. Like they're saying like deporting like legal migrants, or they're like working around the world where they're just saying immigrants, even though they're not just saying illegal immigrants, when that's like the only people getting deported. But it's like, if they deported someone that was a legal immigrant, then that would legit just tear down the whole operation. Like, they wouldn't be able to get away with it. It's like, see, we were right the whole time. But it's like, it's not happening. You got these dumb fucking retards protesting or rioting in the streets. It's a bunch of fucking kids who want to feel like they matter. Also, I mean, you can't bullshit. There's definitely some like fucking sleeper agents or whatever. Those people who like instigate the like violence. What do you call them? Like those people who are there just to rile everyone up. Like those random agents to just ruin a whole cause. Like they're at all those fucking protests. We have just a random, like a Fed. They'll be in the crowd and be like, yeah, yeah, and they'll just throw like a rock at a fucking building, like a window, and just get everyone else going crazy. Like those are definitely there. But like you got a bunch of dorks, yeah. But I'm saying like they're definitely like put in there for a reason. It's still like ruin the cause.
Banana's gonna have fiber, vitamin B6, potassium. Great work.
How come I fart when I eat bananas? What? You're what? The fuck happened? Sounds like fun. So why do I fart when I eat bananas? You know, an experiment me and my cousin tried. We tried to see if you could see your fart in like the really cold weather. You know, you can see like your breath. We wanted to see if you could see your fart. How much do you think NFL players in the 2000s were juiced up? Or in the 90s? I feel like 80-90% of them. I feel like one of the few positions that just aren't like abusing it is maybe the QB. Like the guys back then. Yeah. The purest athletes are the ones from the 60s and 70s. I mean, it wasn't that, like, available. Like, they probably just didn't give a fuck. They're like, whatever. Fucking play the sport. No fucking sissies. I feel like it wasn't until the 90s and maybe 2000s where it was like, everybody was on that shit. Or getting close. Actually, yeah, what am I saying? Definitely 80s because of the WWF was like one of the biggest things. Or like all those other crazy sport. Ray Lewis is obviously fucking juiced up. Isn't it crazy that Ray Lewis is like one of the most juiced up fighters? You know, I feel like one of the bigger signs you can notice someone's juiced up is if their head matches their body build. If a guy's got like a pea head and they're just fucking absolutely shredded, that's probably a good sign. Nobody's illegal on stolen land, by the way. You made it to O Block. Bukakinka, bukakinka, bukakinka. I'm fucking pissed. Alright. Now lying 90%. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. I got on later than I was hoping, because I went to the gym later. Good night, young bloods.